I did FRQ number 2, which focuses on periodic trends and atomic structure. And the first question asks, which should have a lower first ionization energy, magnesium or aluminum? Explain your reasoning. So I drew them out here, magnesium and aluminum. And as we can see, aluminum has one more proton in it than magnesium. And the attraction between the nucleus and electrons starts getting bigger when the number of protons increases. So that means we know that aluminum is going to have a bigger first ionization energy because the attraction is so much bigger between this atom. And that means magnesium is going to have the lower first ionization energy. Okay. So the second problem asks, which should have a lower second ionization energy, magnesium or aluminum? So since the atom has already lost an electron in the first ionization, second ionization energy means we're now removing the second electron. So since magnesium has less attraction to the nucleus because of its one less proton, it's still going to be easier to remove the second electron from the atom. Okay, so the third question is, if you examine the PES data of both a magnesium and an aluminum atom, comparing their 1s electrons, which would have a greater binding energy, the magnesium or the aluminum atom? So here's my PES. It's so good. Yeah, okay. So as we can see, the aluminum, since according to the last few problems, has more protons, so we know it's going to be more attracted, which means that it's going to be closer to the more attracted and closer to the nucleus. So if this is, for the data, if it's farther to the left, it's going to be closer to the nucleus, so we know that this is going to have more binding energy. Okay, so the last question asks, which element in the third row of the periodic table has the greatest second ionization energy? So I have sodium and aluminum here, and so if for the first ionization energy, if we take an electron off of sodium, that means it's going to lose an entire shell. So now the second ionization energy is coming from the second level, which means it's so much more closer to the nucleus, so it's more attracted, which means it's going to be harder to pull another electron off of this shell because of the attraction. So it has a greater second ionization energy.